Hello guys, we need to participate in planting trees and keeping environment safe and secure by planting more trees. And this video is more about taking care of our environment and making sure why we need to plant more trees. Plant trees because having many trees is very much important. It comes with a lot of benefits. And so I'm in this forest where I just want to show you several trees that are here. We may not be able to have the best species of trees, but the message here is that we must plant trees. Plant tree wherever you are. Make sure that you conserve the environment because it is so important. Now, planting trees is so much important because it comes with so many benefits. So many benefits that come with it. And this is a message that Moving Wheel is passing across. That we must participate in making sure that we keep our environment clean, we ensure that our environment is safe, we plant as many trees as possible because it's very much important. Now, do you know that when we have many trees, it helps in oxygen production? Trees are so good in oxygen production. And so trees provide oxygen essential for human beings. You know, for me to be able to breathe, I'm breathing oxygen, which is produced by these trees. Now, without these trees, you cannot be able to get proper oxygen. And so having many trees will make us have fresh oxygen, which is being produced by these trees, which is very much important. And so you and me, we can participate in planting trees because plants help in production of oxygen. Like you have heard that trees produce oxygen essential for human being. And so it's very much important for you and me to plant trees because they help in oxygen production. It's very much important, guys. Very much important. And so we must plant trees, conserve them. And if one tree has to be cut, you have to plant like 2. Yes, you have to plant like 2 or even 3. Because we need to make sure that we keep our environment clean. We need to make sure that we plant as many trees as we can because it's very much important. I know you're wondering where I am. We don't have many trees. We have only very few of them. But again, the message is let us make sure that we plant as many trees as possible. Why? Because it helps in oxygen production. Do you want that fresh oxygen? And that is something we are lacking in many countries. If you want that fresh oxygen, then you must be able to plant trees because it's very much important. When you plant trees, very much important because you'll get that fresh oxygen like you can see. Now also trees help in carbon sequestration. This basically means trees absorb carbon dioxide, reducing greenhouse gases and climate change. So those negative gases that we get to hear, we get to see gases that are not right. These trees help in purifying. They will purify all those gases, all those bad gases. They will be purified. And that's why we are saying that why we need many trees is because carbon sequestration will really be able to will be purified. In other terms, trees absorb carbon dioxide, reducing greenhouse gases. And so it's so much important for you to plant all these trees. They are very much important. Wherever you are, this is the message Moving Wheel is passing across. We can be involved in planting trees because we need that oxygen. Can you imagine breathing without staying for 1 minute or 2 minutes without breathing? Can you imagine you wake up in the morning and there are no trees, there's no oxygen? How will the world be? But when you're in such a nice place like this, and you're able to breathe in fresh oxygen which is produced by trees, and that's why I'm urging us to plant trees. Whether you come from arid areas, desert areas, every area has got some kind of plants that survive. Now where I am, we don't have, it's a semi-arid area. Actually, I've seen this. What do you call this one? It's a bit more thorny, but you can plant trees because trees help a lot. They help a lot, which is something which is very much important. Trees also help in soil conservation. Very much important. Now, when you see this tree here, by it being planted here, it helps in soil conservation. Trees roots hold soil, preventing erosion and landslides. So if you check here, inside here we have roots that are all over, and so the fact that we have roots all over, it means that this place is actually very secure. And you can see there is no soil erosion here. And so trees are very much important because they will hold the soil very tight, and that makes sure that we don't have what we call soil erosion, and we will never have landslides. Very much important. And so that is why you need to plant as many trees as possible, because we need to prevent soil erosion. The landslides that we normally hear in different places will be a thing of the past if we will plant trees very aggressively. Very much important for you and me to plant those trees. Very much important. You can see all this ground. This ground is actually so tight. Very hard to see soil erosion here. Yeah, and we must ensure that we don't. All these bottles, look at this. Someone just took some water and they discarded this one. You should not do like this. This is not really good. Yeah, should not do like that. So trees are so much important. Now, trees also help in what we call biodiversity. Trees prevent habitats for countless species. Now, if you go to different forests, wherever there are trees, you'll find different birds. Of course, here we don't have those birds, but any place where there are trees, you'll find different kind of species, especially birds. They will be all over singing. And so trees are very much important because you'll be able to get different biodiversity or different species. Wow, look at this. I'm really enjoying to be in this place. Wow. So you'll find there are so many different types of species that will be found when you plant trees like the ones that you are seeing here. So it's very much important for us to plant trees because we'll be able to have different types of animals coming in and all that such kind of thing. It's very much important. We must plant trees. Very much important for us to plant trees. Now, trees also help in what we call climate regulation. Trees regulate temperature, providing shade and cooling effects. Now, where I am now, there is a lot of shade. There is shade. I can really talk from here. Even if the sun is so bright, I can really be able to enjoy myself just seated here, enjoying myself. And why? Because up there are some trees that are preventing me from getting the direct sunshine or the sun hitting me. Yes. And of course I'm here enjoying this shade. So these trees, as they blow like that, I get enough shade. So if you want some shade, even in your homestead, you can still do the same. Just plant trees because they are very much important. Trees are very, very much important because they enhance climate regulation. They will regulate temperature. Very much important. Now, the other thing which is so much important is basically they help in air purification. Trees absorb pollutant, improving air quality. Yes, the air quality becomes much better and much better because there are trees that are there. So we must be involved in planting trees because it's very much important if you want that fresh air, fresh oxygen. It's very much important and very good for us to plant trees. Yes, when you plant trees, we will have that fresh oxygen that all of us need. We must decide to conserve our environment. We must make sure that we plant trees because we need that fresh air. We need that fresh air. Very much important. So you must ensure that you plant trees. Now, some plants are medicinal. Some plants are medicinal, and so the plants also give us food, like fruits and all those things. Medicine. So trees provide fruits, nuts, medical resources. Very much important. So we must plant trees. And we need to make sure we plant as many as possible. Now, like I've told you, we have few trees here, but I'm doing this video also as a message I'm passing across that we must plant trees. I'm just showing the few that are here. Of course, there are not many, but we must ensure that we plant as many trees as possible and take care of them. Like here, you can see here they cut this one, they cut this one. So this one, of course, germinated from here. But if you cut one tree like this one, plant another one. Of course, we can use them for other sources, but if you cut like this one here, just make sure that you replace it with another one. Yeah, look at this. Yeah, so if you cut a tree, make sure that you plant another tree. Yeah, you cut a tree, make sure you plant another tree. And look at here, they cut, but then they never planted. Yeah. So we must plant trees because trees are very important. Trees are life. Look at this. So guys, that is the message that I wanted to pass across, that trees are so much important. And so each one of us, we have our own capacity. Wherever you can, ensure you plant a tree, 1 or 2 trees. You can even ensure anytime you're celebrating a birthday, plant 1 or 2 trees. So that means if you're 40, those are 40 trees. If you're 20, those are 20 trees. If you're 50, those are 50 trees. Because many years to come, the people that will come after us will thank us because of what we did. And so this is Moving Wheels. I do travel content videos, but whenever there's a subject that matter to me, that I feel I need to pass a message across, I do a video of the same. And today I'm saying, let us plant as many trees as we can, because they are so much important. Now find out where you come from, which trees, of course, survive in that particular area, and just go forth and plant the trees. Trees are very much important because they give us, look at this, they give us good air and many other things. Remember to follow me, subscribe to this channel, and let's keep moving on.